Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. My name is Paddy.
And I'm Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, Ben, how the devil are you?
Yes. It's been a week.
Yes, Ben.
First off, I'm a monster. I'm a mutant. I do not deserve to live on this planet. Someone just take me out back and shoot me.
Okay, that's a bit aggressive. But...
So, to give you context for this comment.
Yeah.
Remember the spot I was complaining about last week?
Oh, yes.
The spot at the end of my nose.
Yes.
Wasn't a spot.
What was it?
It was an ingrown hair.
Oh.
It was an ingrown nose hair.
Oh, like on the inside?
Yeah. But you know your body, like, if you get a splinter and it goes underneath the skin, your body will eventually push it out. What I can only assume is I had an ingrown nose hair that my body's gone, I know what to do with this, and then it's pushed it out the front of my nose. I am a monster, I'm a mutant, I do not deserve to live on this planet, just
I agree.
I'll hand you the shotgun.
I'll take you out back.
Take me out back and shoot me.
God.
Because that is grim. It was more. It was sore. It felt like a spot. It looked like a spot. And there was one day where I was like, because you know me. I know you're supposed to leave a spot, let it do its work. I can't.
Ben, that's just not you. That's the whole world.
The whole world.
Everybody loves to play with a spot.
And I was like, I can feel something inside it. I can feel something. I was like, screw it, let's go. And then it outshot this nose hair, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
I was like, I'm a monster.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
I mean, it's great that my body went, I know what to do with this. It was just wrong.
Yes. Thank you, body.
Thank you, body. You made the worst decision possible. But then again, you know, in any other part of the body, like, you know, when you, like I said, when you get a splinter, there's only one way for your body to push it back out. Whereas with the nose, because the skin and everything is so thin, obviously the body was like, what do I do with this?
It was growing in, so just go out the other way. Oh, what? Okay. Slugs?
No slugs.
No slugs?
No slugs. Nothing to report there.
Okay.
Hands up in this car.
Yeah.
Who has no idea what to buy Paddy for Christmas? I'm stuck. I'm so stuck. Like, you know me, normally...
Your presents are bought and wrapped.
You know me, normally, your presents are bought and wrapped by September.
I know.
I've still not got anything.
It's fine, I'll take cash.
Yeah, here's a penny. That's cash. Yep. You didn't specify how much.
We set a limit.
Yes. A penny is under that limit.
Yes, but it's not the full limit.
But yeah, I'm really struggling this year.
Normally it's the other way around. Normally I'm the one who struggles to find something for you.
Yeah, well, you know, your flat's a lot more full than it used to be.
Yes, I don't need more junk.
And that's my problem.
I've got double junk.
I'm like, I can't buy him junk. There's already double junk in his house now.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure you'll get a burst of inspiration, Ben.
You'll just get whatever I find last minute.
Yep.
I'll be just TikTok. If my phone's listening to me, TikTok shop, show me something.
Something that's Batman related that's under £30.
Yeah. No, but yeah. I try to stay away from Batman for you because everyone gets you Batman.
But Batman's cool.
Yeah, but I try and be different. You know me.
Yeah, I know.
If everyone else is getting at you, I don't want to get at you. Case in point, you're the Batman mirror.
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them.
Yeah, you got 2 of them because I bought it for you once and your parents bought it for you once.
No, I've got parents.
Your parents bought it for you once. So, yeah.
Problem is, I don't know which one's which now.
Does it matter? They're both the same. They're the exact same mirror.
Yeah, but they're both. You know, you should know which one's from who.
Well, that's your lookout. That's your problem. They finally got me.
Who? Did you get a speeding ticket?
I have finally received a speeding ticket.
Lol, that's hilarious. It's taking them how long to get to you?
Do you want to guess how fast I was going?
Oh, is this like your dad's situation where you were going like 2 miles per hour over the speed limit? Or were you going like your brother and you were going along?
Well, let's put it this way. If it was over 100, I wouldn't be driving right now because they take your license away instantly. No, I was doing 77.
Oh.
Which, of course, is in the 10% discrepancy.
Yeah. But
that is at the police officer's discretion.
Yep. Oh, did you get pulled over?
No, I didn't get pulled over. This police car followed me from Ipswich all the way back to Felixstowe.
Oh. You know what that is?
What?
That's karma for following that car.
Yeah. And it's just, you know what? The bit that annoys me is not getting the speeding ticket, because as I said, it's at the policeman's discretion. I could tell the way this car was driving behind me.
Was it unmarked?
No, it was just a standard police car, but he was like right up behind me, and like if I went to overtake a car, he would then cut in behind me before I'd even fully overtaken the car. So he was gunning for me.
Right.
So yeah, okay, I should have maybe sort of seen the signs and slowed down a little bit, but I was like, I'm in my 10%. Blah 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 blah. The bits that's annoyed me is the tickets come through, and he said, and the ticket claims I was doing 80. I was not doing 80. I was doing 77 because I had my cruise control on. Right. I know I was doing 77. And that's the bit that's annoyed me, is he's had to lie to sort of validate why he's giving me a ticket.
Well,
and that's
narcs be narcs, mate.
Narcs be narcs. I chatted to someone I know who's a copper.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you want to appeal it, that's your choice. However, the moment you appeal it, they take away the chance to just do the speed awareness course.
Oh, okay.
You know, no points and no fine, but you take the speed awareness course. The moment you appeal it, they remove that option.
Right.
And then all they'll do is the judge will just turn around and go, okay, so you weren't doing 80, but you were still doing over 70. Yeah, you admit to speeding. And I'm kind of like, I'm sitting there going, yeah, but this is the thing, I don't mind admitting to speeding. I just want to admit to speeding the correct amount. Like,
just deduct the 3.
Just
I'll
deduct
do the course.
I will pay the fine. I will take the points. Just deduct the 3 off the ticket because I did not do them. Like, that's the bit that's riled me up the most. Because you can tell this policeman's gone, well, if I say he's doing 77, everyone else at the office is going to be like, oh, why have you clocked him for doing 77? Why are you being that guy? Why are you being that guy? So he's lied and said I was doing 80.
Like I said, man, narcs be narcs.
Narcs be narcs. But yeah, I should have clocked that he was having a bad day, because as I said, he followed me from Ipswich to Felixstowe and he was right up my ass, but...
Yeah. Oh, well.
And that's been my week. Paddy, how are you?
Well, nothing so dramatic, but I mean, I'm ill. I've had, like, you know when you're like getting to, like when you're starting to build up to a cold and you can feel like you've not been sleeping very well, you get hot, like you're starting to feel rough and like lethargic. I've been like that for like the last few days, and then literally Tuesday, I think it was, like Monday night, I could feel it setting in. Tuesday morning when I woke up for work, because I was on breakfast at so I woke up at like 5:15. I was just like, hit me like a wall, struggled to get out of bed, my bones were hurting, the whole shebang, like proper man flu stuff, you know what I mean? Hot and cold sweats, but as we do in hospitality, we persevere and we work for it, because that's all we can do. It's very misty.
Yeah, it's called fog, darling.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, other than that, luckily, no silly customers this week. Just the illness.
Well, that's good, because I've rambled off a bit, and we've got 2 films to discuss.
Well, yeah, it's just as well, really.
Just as well, you've had a boring week.
Exactly. So, should we get into film? What do you want to do? Do you want to
Let's do
tonight's?
Tonight's first, because...
I feel like that'd be the quick one.
Yeah.
Right, so we've just been to see Red One.
Red One.
Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or shall I?
Yeah, I'll go first.
You go.
So, like, I'd heard lots of bad things about this film.
Agreed.
I am going to slightly disagree. It's a bad film, but it's not the worst film.
He's done way worse films.
It's meh. It's fine. It's a film that exists. I neither hate it nor love it. It's a film that exists. My biggest gripe about it is every set piece. I was sitting there going, seen it in this film, seen it in that film, it seemed to have no original ideas of its own, if you get me. Like, case in point, right at the start, when he's going down the slide, I was like, seen it in Avatar. Then he, then he uses his little magic-y thing to grow the snowmobile. I was like, seeing it in Ant-Man. And it was just, it seemed to have no original ideas of its own. It was just, we need to pump out a Christmas film for the end of the year. Quick, let's just grab every idea off the shelf that's been used before and mash it into a film.
Yeah, I mean, bouncing off that, it's basically the mythical creatures version of Men in Black.
Yeah,
I obviously like Men in Black. Like, I kind of see where you're coming from. Like, they have obviously like cherry picked the amount of like certain things, you know, from other films.
Yeah,
but like you, I heard nothing but bad stuff about this. So I went in like practically going, right, we're going to sit here and it's going to be a shit film and it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
It had its boring bits, but it also had its fun bits. I feel like it's a very light-hearted, like, family action Christmas film.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that they released it at the beginning of November.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's because they knew it was going to clash with Wicked and
Gladiator.
Moana 2.
And Moana 2, yeah.
So, like, they just like, well, we're going to have to drop it now, and hopefully it will make money on, like, the slow burn over a few months.
Yeah, before all these big hitters come out. Yeah. And then my other comment was, I don't know about you, but I feel like the director went to Chris Evans and went, be Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is really popular right now, he's really funny, be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Or was this part originally written for Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds has read the script and gone, fuck that.
I'm making Deadpool and Wolverine.
And so they've gone, oh fine, we'll get Chris Evans then.
Yeah, maybe.
I know Chris Evans can do that kind of humour, but it's
not even that. He hasn't done this kind of film for so long. I don't understand why he's in it. You know what I mean?
Because they couldn't get Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but I'd like the amount of money that he's made from the MCU. Why does he need to make this movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like he's like a movie star that only does like Jason Statham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Jason Statham was in like Romeo and Juliet. Like, that was a movie that his kids could go see.
Yeah.
It's not like Crank. You know, like,
does Chris Evans have kids?
I think so.
Well, then maybe he's done it for his kids.
No. Does he have kids? I don't know. Either way, maybe. Might be the reason. But you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like a really random film for him to do. He's probably made enough money on the MCU that he doesn't need to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It just seems a bit odd.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but with The Rock, or Dwayne Johnson, I was just getting vibes of that CIA film he did.
Oh, Central Intelligence.
Yeah, with Kevin Hart. The one where, like, the backstory is, you know, as a kid he was a real chubby kid and he's like lost all the weight, joined the CIA and blah blah blah. That one. I was just getting that from him.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, and it was just like, I've seen this film. I've seen the non-Christmas version of this film before.
Yeah.
Why am I here? This film has been done before, better. Why am I here? And that's the thing with it. It doesn't do anything different. It doesn't do anything new. And the things it does, other films have done it better.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I don't think it was the greatest. I do think it's like, I think it's a slightly more original Christmas film, because most Christmas films tend to be like a rom-com. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, to me, like, an action Christmas film is Die Hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't had a movie like that for years, you know?
Yeah.
I do feel like this is kind of that kind of movie that's excuse me, that's kind of gone back to that kind of situation. But overall, like, I enjoyed it. It held my attention. It had some laughs. Would I like to see, like, a bit more from this universe that they've created? Maybe. Like, we brushed on that when we talked about it as we were leaving. Like, I feel like,
but as I said, go on.
No, like, they've set up like this universe that could potentially spin off from it.
Yeah. But as I said, they tried that with Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah.
And Rise of the Guardians was 10 times better.
Well, yeah.
And that never bore fruit.
No.
Bared fruit? Bore fruit?
Yeah, maybe.
Both, I think, are correct.
Maybe.
Bear fruit and bore fruit?
Even though I speak...
Bear fruit.
I speak English, but I failed it. So.
You didn't. What did you get?
Like an E in foundation.
It's not. Is that a fail?
That's like an honorary pass.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so if I was doing a higher paper, that would have been an F.
Oh yeah,
basically.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but a higher paper, if you got lower than a C, it was an automatic fail.
I thought you were allowed to get a D on the higher paper, which was
Maybe.
like their honorary E.
Maybe, but yeah, anything lower than a D, you got failed.
Oh yeah, basically.
Anyway,
let's stop talking about GCSE, so I don't have PTSD. But yeah, like Red One, average film, like nothing spectacular.
very average film.
Like
Dwayne doesn't do anything new or different. He he plays the same character he's always played.
Yeah.
Chris Evans plays Ryan Reynolds
Yeah, because he couldn't get Ryan Reynolds.
because they couldn't get Ryan Reynolds. J.K. Simmons is there for the shits and gigs.
He's there for the paycheck.
He's there for the paycheck.
But I did like him as Santa.
And he was fine as Santa.
I want his beanie. I want his beanie Santa.
And
hat.
I love that they made him jacked.
Yeah, so do I. I thought that was great.
You know,
like Jack Santa is wicked.
Jack Santa. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Coca-Cola who made Santa fat.
Well, he also Coca-Cola made him red as well.
Coca-Cola made him red.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola also put him in the North Pole.
Yeah, yeah.
Because before that, I think he was just... Where does he live? Somewhere north.
Yeah, yeah.
It was never the North Pole.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola did all those three things. Made him fat, made him red, and made him at the North Pole.
There you go, kids. Coke is bad.
Coke is bad. Don't do Coke.
Don't do Coke, people.
Otherwise, you might become Santa.
Yeah, basically. And it's not a good thing, because
Yeah.
that's a trip. Right. Okay, let's delve into the main piece.
Yes.
So we both went to go see Wicked.
Yes.
We both saw it separately, so we actually, apart from a little discussion earlier, we actually haven't had like a deep discussion about
Yes.
it.
You go first. I just did Red One first.
Okay. We obviously went to go see the stage play, the musical, quite recently, in preparation to go see this.
Back in May, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was a great film.
It was, yeah.
It was great. Like, let's face it, it's probably the movie of the year. Like,
Ooh.
it is a phenomenal film.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of gripes with it,
Go for it.
but I'll get into that in a second. But I want to say, standout performances. They are great. The two leads are great. Their chemistry is great. The singing is great. Set pieces, great. The fact that they actually use a lot of practical sets is great. I have 3 gripes.
Go on then.
1, when it's CGI, it definitely feels like CGI.
Yeah.
That tends to be a gripe most of the time.
Most films, yeah.
Even like little bits and even though her performance in it was great, in like the defying gravity bit, like you could tell like the cloak was CGI and it felt very CGI, that bit. I would have preferred it if they did like filmed it in a way to make it more natural.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I have seen a little bit of it online, but I think I would have preferred like how they did like just now in Red 1, practical suits for the magical creatures. So you know how in like the stage play it's a man makeup?
Yeah.
Like, I think I would have preferred, like, a humanoid animal as opposed to an animal.
Okay,
like a CGI animal.
Yeah.
I think I would have preferred that, but that's obviously the route that they've gone down.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's also Peter Dinklage voicing the goat, like, almost says to me that they could have got away with, like, making him look like a goat and him singing on Beyonce.
Yeah.
My third and final gripe is that a couple of scenes seemed a bit odd in the direction.
Okay.
So, you know how you were saying how 2.5 Men agreed that song was... I'm trying not to give out too many spoilers on it.
Yeah.
Even though probably everybody knows about the movie. To me, like, there was very, like, weird directional bits from that. like the backlighting and things like that. Like
Okay.
certain bits seemed like the way it was like casting shadows seemed a bit odd.
Yeah.
But overall, it was. These are like minimal gripes.
Yeah.
Like I'm having to pick at bits
Mhm.
because I sat there for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I was singing along. I was tapping. You know, I was like enjoying it. I was delved into it. I was invested.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. It was great film. You know, and it deserves every bit of praise
Yeah.
that it's getting. I have. Apart from those little bits, there's no issues with this movie. It's great. It's a phenomenal film. Ben, your thoughts?
Yeah, very, very similar to you. I thought it was a fantastic film. It was a real good, true adaptation of the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And as you will well know, that is a big thing to me, considering I wrote my fucking dissertation on adaptation theory.
Yeah.
So to sit there and have something like truly faithful just taken from the stage and planted onto the screen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this brings a tear to my eye because this is what I wrote my dissertation about. This.
Yeah.
I really liked because the musical itself is 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
This, of course, is just Act 1 and it's 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of people were like, well, just do the full thing and just, add the 5 minutes and do the full thing. But I think they'd made the correct choice because that meant they could take more time with it. Like, from what I remember of the musical back in May, you went from set to set to set to set to set real quick because they got to get through the story in the time allotted, blah, 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 blah. Whereas this could have more time in the emotion, with the characters, and so you got more invested with it and you got more connection with the characters. That being said, there was a couple of moments, like Dancing Through Life, where that actually was a detractor.
Yeah.
Because there's like a moment in Dancing Through Life where the line is, let's go to Ozdust, which is the name of the club.
Yeah.
I don't care about spoilers. This has been out on stage for nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
Spoiler warnings is not a thing for this one.
Yeah.
But it's like, he says, let's go to the Ozdust. And then 3 minutes later, they're still singing and still at the university. And it's like, move along. Come on, you said let's go to the club. Go. So there was a couple of moments like that. But for the majority, where they slowed it down and taken their time in the scenes, worked beautifully. Yeah. Whilst I agree with you, some standout performance by the lead cast, I don't know if it's just that he doesn't like doing voice work. I found Peter Dinklage to be very one note, very bored. And he was the same in the video game he did. Was it Destiny 2? To the point where he was the little cube that sort of like guided you on your missions.
Oh, okay.
He did the voiceover for that.
Yeah.
And it was so poorly received and so heavily critiqued. They recast it, and in a patch, they removed him from the game.
Oh, damn, I didn't know
It got slammed that much because he was just talking like this and telling you to go along with this and do this and do that. And I felt a bit the same in this.
Oh, really?
It was very much one note from it. And it's like, Peter Dinklage, do you not like doing voice work?
I don't even notice that. Like, I mean, I think he has got, like, a very, like, I don't want to say monotone, because I feel like monotone is, like, a mean way of saying it.
It's a negative word.
Yeah, but he does have, like, even when he was, like, Tyrion. When he was Tyrion...
He is very
He's very, like one... Like you say, one note. Even when he was, like, having a... Like slapping Joffrey and having a go at him, he was still very, like, calm and collected.
Yeah.
And whether or not that's, like, the vibe that he's going for, like The Rock. The Rock's always, like, the biggest character in the room. But maybe he wants to be that kind of straight...
When he was doing Tyrion, there like, whilst he was still one note, there was, like, peaks and there's troughs and there's slow bits and fast bits and slightly high pitches and slightly lower pitches, whereas this just felt all very one note from him. And once again, I can only put it down to maybe he doesn't like doing voice work.
Maybe. I know he's got a lot of issues with Hollywood at the moment, so maybe he's just given up.
Maybe. But yeah, it held my attention all the way through. Beautifully done. Like, absolutely. I've had the soundtrack stuck in my head in a loop since Saturday.
Yeah.
It's been very annoying.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing on the film's part because it's done that well that it's got stuck in my head.
Which is everywhere at the moment.
And it's everywhere.
It's literally everywhere. You can't. Like you sent that to me on TikTok earlier. Like you literally, with every other swipe on TikTok at the moment,
it's wicked.
It's wicked, and it's just everywhere. You can't escape it.
Yeah.
You know, and it will. I suspect. So, I'm going to the cinema tomorrow with the other half, and the thing we're going to see has limited seating and limited screens because Wicked is still taking over it. It's still taking over the cinema.
Yeah, so the one thing I will say is, whilst I think this is a PG film, there was a lot of kids in my screen, and you could tell they were losing focus.
Oh, really?
Like, whilst it's a PG and it is technically a family film, I would say maybe no one younger than 9 to go, because it's a long film.
That's the thing, isn't it?
And there was a few sort of very small kids you could tell were losing concentration and losing focus.
Yeah.
Yes, they'd probably been to see the musical in London and absolutely loved it, but that's got a break halfway through.
Yeah. Whereas, and it's the same length.
And it's the same length. Whereas this doesn't have a break, and it's just the same length. So
yeah.
If you've got small kids, whether they love Wicked or not, maybe think about, can they sit there still for 2 hours and 40 minutes? Because they might not.
I don't know if they do like kids screenings for this one or not. Because normally, like, kids screenings and everything tend to be for like news and stuff.
Yeah,
so
movies for juniors.
Yeah,
is what Cineworld does. Other cinemas are available.
They are indeed.
But yeah, no, loved it. Fantastic.
Great film.
Great film. Like,
cool.
Yeah. Even if you're a manly man,
yeah,
you'll
still
enjoy it.
enjoy it.
Have you heard though?
What?
The British Film Institute have slapped a trigger warning on it for people with green skin.
It's okay, it's just the lighting.
It's like, it may be a trigger warning for people with green skin. It's like, who has green skin? No one!
It's code, Ben, it's code.
I know it's code, but I'm just like, oh my god, we know that's what the film's about. Like, everyone knows that's what the plot is about discrimination. Why did you have to put a trigger warning on for people with green skin?
It said that when it comes up with a certification, it comes up with PG, it says discrimination.
Yeah!
It's just like, I mean, that's literally the point. But
that's the point of the story. But anyway, final thoughts.
Narcs be narking.
Be careful if you get an ingrown nose hair, because it might come out the other side of your nose.
You do not want that. Nobody needs that.
Start calling me the rhino. What? Their horns are made of keratin, which is the same thing that makes our hair. I grew a horn.
And not in a good way.
Not in a good way. But yeah, start calling me the rhino.
No, let's not. Illness has been illnessing.
What was my other thing? I said 3 things. Narcs, nose hair. Oh, and if you have any ideas for Christmas presents, let me know. Message me.
DM him direct.
Struggling.
He's struggling this year, people. Red one. There. Average, but I'm sure.
I'm going to go home, go to sleep, and forget everything about it tomorrow, like when I wake up.
And Wicked.
Go see it.
Wicked.
Just go see it.
Wicked. Wicked is wicked. It's such a good film. And you know what? I'm even tempted that when next year comes, when they do the re-release and do the 2 parts back to back, I'm tempted to do it.
If my trip to London this weekend falls through, I might go back to see it again this weekend.
That's fair.
So,
but with that one being said, have you seen Red One? Have you seen Wicked? Have you had an ingrown nose hair that's gone out the other side?
Call me the rhino.
Have you been knocked? Comment down below, let us know. You can email us at sliceofrigoldpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that being said, we'll see you in the next one, where we will be crossing the seas.
Maybe.
Potentially. I think that's what we're going for. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.